Hey everyone, it's Twist65 again, and today is part 3 of building the mountain tunnel on my N-scale layout. For this part of the build, we're going to focus on painting the tunnel portal and retaining walls. But first we need to double check that the DCC signal is still running on the track. I'd rather tear out the mountain now than after finishing all the scenery. Alright, so we verified that the trains will still run, so now it's time to get that white mountain base coated in dirt brown. And no, I'm not going to use my miniature figure painting brush for this task, but rather a standard 2-inch wide interior paintbrush. The goal is to get just all the white covered, and it might take 2 coats. Acrylic craft paint will get the job done. On to the portal. I started with a black and blue acrylic craft paint mixture. The reason behind this being that lots of the stone retaining walls and bridges where I grew up in southeastern Pennsylvania were built from blue stone. The key to adding a portal to your layout is to do research on the area you're modeling and build the appropriate structures and scenery around it. And this picture shows you the look I was kind of going for. I kept the paints well thinned with water so that the color could get into all the small areas of the stone, as well as providing a better coverage without obscuring the details in the plaster castings. When it was completely dry, this is what we were left with. Next, I mixed up some tan shade of colored acrylic paints. It's labeled as khaki, and again, it was well thinned, and I did a top coat over the blue-black stones, making sure to push the paint into the joints of the stonework. The color was chosen, again, based on the color of the cement chinking used with these types of stones back home. Before the paint was fully dried, I took a paper towel and wiped as much of the paint away as I could. It's kind of hard to see what I'm doing in the video, but you can see the results of the effect when I'm finished. After giving all that time to dry and cure, it's time to re-establish the stone color. This is achieved via dry brushing the original color over the tops of the stonework. I tried to keep the dry brushing very light, opting for multiple layers to get the shading just right without covering up all the work on the chinking. Here's how that came out once it dried. Later I came back with various lighter gray colors and picked out a few individual stones for variation. Well, there you have it, the portal is all done. Next time we'll get to work on rocks, dirt, and grass to tie the tunnel into the rest of the ridge. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, please consider a like and a subscribe. It really does help the channel and feeds the algorithm.